Hey, everybody. Welcome to the TMZ podcast. My name is Tony, and I'm feeling... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
This is my first time doing this, guys, so just work with me. I'm Tawanda Robinson here.
Tawanda, what's up, dude?
Nothing much. Happy it's Friday.
Yes, me too. And Tawanda here has been doing our interviews on the TMZ podcast. Every Saturday, we post them. Make sure you tune into them because they're really good. We got a really interesting one coming out tomorrow.
Spicy.
So make sure you guys tune in for that. It'll go up at 6 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure you guys tune into that. Tawanda.
I'm ready. What are we talking about today, Tony? What you got for me?
I mean, what else can we have to talk about this, right? Drake dropped Iceman and two other albums today, surprisingly, which it was a big deal in Toronto. They lit up the CN Tower, had all sorts of festivities and stuff like that. And he dissed a whole bunch of people. And guess what? One of them has responded. You see it on the art. Rick Ross. He posted something on IG, and we might be getting a diss coming. So we'll get all into that. We also have a couple other stories for you today. We have, I'm not going to give it away, but a sad story, and we're going to end it on a little bit of a light note. One couple has broken up, and one couple is together.
Yeah, I love this.
Yes.
The one that's together, at least. I hate breakups. Breakups are sad.
They are sad. So that's why we're ending on a little bit of a high note.
Boom.
Thank you guys so much again for joining us live. Make sure you tune in to Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. So, Rick Ross. So today, like I was saying, Drake dropped Iceman, and Rick Ross was one of the many he dissed today. The others were Kendrick Lamar, LeBron James, Dr. Dre, ASAP Rocky, he's still coming for, J. Cole. He even dissed UMG, which is, I mean...
That's not surprising.
It's not surprising. Exactly, you're right.
Not
but
surprising
still,
at all.
like when you look at the volume of disses, you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much to this. But if you look at the actual lyrics, they're not like crazy salacious or crazy shots fired or anything, but still he dissed a lot of people. One of them was Rick Ross. Okay. So Rick Ross's diss was on the song Make Them Pay, and Drake had a little bit of wordplay going. He said, "Dog, I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed."
Woo.
So
wordplay.
I mean, some people view it as a little bit corny. This one's a little bit it's clever, a little bit.
Tony, how old are you again?
26.
26 and I'm 33. So we're definitely on different levels because you
not
got
that far off.
No, but you got the Gen Z mindset.
Yeah.
And I got the millennial mindset and old Drake. This is a bar. You're it's kind of lame. I'm that was
no, not lame. I would say people will view it as corny a little bit because
Why?
Aiden and Drake are they're boys, But like I said, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll give Drake that one.
Okay.
So he dissed Rick Ross, and Rick Ross, not long after this came out, I think it was 12 hours ago, he had some stuff to say about the Iceman album. Let's hear what he had to say.
Bars. Damn. They 3 albums are trash albums, 2 years too late. What site is this? Complex? The Glazer University. Oh my God. I've been a long fan. Oh my God. Mr. YouTube. A big 3 anyway. There was too many chefs in the kitchen. Bars. Come on, guys. Stop.
What's your thoughts, Tawanda?
This is just so typical Rick Ross. He's always trolling, so I'm not surprised to see this. I don't think he cares what Drake has to say.
Of course not.
I think he likes it because it puts him back in the. I mean, not that he's begging to be in the news, but it puts his name and all that stuff out there. I don't think anyone should take Rick Ross seriously. I don't think Rick Ross takes Rick Ross seriously. He's just trolling. He's being funny. He's being on the biggest story in hip hop of the night. Why not get in on it? So I think it's just Rick Ross being Rick Ross.
Well, Rick Ross has an album coming out on June 12th.
Yeah.
It is Set in Stone. I'm going to put the picture up right now of it. But We might be getting a diss on that track. I don't know.
Oh, we're probably definitely
just maybe maybe some playful.
We're definitely gonna get a diss on the track,
Yeah.
and that's also probably why he did his like whole little spiel. It was a great way for him to pub his album. So we're definitely gonna get a Drake diss on what is this gonna be called?
Set in
Stone. We'll definitely get a Drake diss on that, and we'll probably get some more Rick Ross trolling for Iceman, Maid of Honor.
What could?
Well, I won't be surprised if we see more of that.
Sorry, guys. A little bit of technical difficulties here. Bear with me here. Sorry if you guys heard anything. So, let me get your thoughts on the album as a whole, because I had a lot of stuff going through my mind this morning when I was hearing it. When I first came in, I was like, damn, Drake. Like, you did.
Fire or good? Yes.
Look, this is my initial reaction when I first seen, he dissed everybody. I gotta listen now, at least to Iceman. I haven't listened to the other two yet.
Right.
We're talking about Iceman because that's the more rap, the more drama filled one. You know what I'm saying? So he when I was listening to him, like, he wasn't really saying anything of substance, but this album to me was Drake drawing a line in the sand, and it was all pent up frustration of the people that he even said it on the first track. Like, he's dealing with frustration. Y'all are talking about my age. I'm battling frustration. You know, like, I feel like this was all the stuff that he had building up, and he could not just wait to expose all the people that turned on him, you know?
You keep saying it's, this is he dissed this person, he dissed this person, he dissed that person. I personally am not really taking any of these as disses. I'm taking this as a Drake addressing album, if you will.
Okay,
He's
what is he addressing then?
Everything and everyone that has gone, everything that's gone on in the past 2 years since the Kendrick Lamar beef started.
Right.
And everyone who basically he no longer associates with, whether that be friends, whether that be LeBron James, whether that be producers, whether that be
he even dissed DJ Mustard on DJ Khaled.
That's what I'm saying, producers. Yeah. So these are people that you can almost tell he's never going to work with again, and he's telling you why. And that he's addressing why you're probably not going to ever see him at a Lakers game, or why you're not going to see the LeBron James tattoo on his arm, or why you're not going to see him.
He got removed.
Exactly. Yeah. And now he's addressing it. Why? Because LeBron James, he feels like, is a flip-flopper. He's a flip-flopping friend. That's what he said in the quote-unquote diss. To me, it's how he addressed it. People are saying, I wonder how Drake feels about LeBron aligning with Kendrick Lamar, how he feels about Kendrick going to the Pop-Out concert, how he feels seeing seeing LeBron dancing to They Not Like Us. I said Kendrick going to the Pop-Out, but LeBron going to Kendrick's Pop-Out concert. Everyone wanted to know, Drake, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? He addresses it. He doesn't diss LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. I think
he addresses it. He addresses it. He said, "I shouldn't even be shocked to see you in that arena because you always made of your career switching up teams." That's facts.
Yeah, that's facts that
not a diss.
LeBron has.
Not a diss.
He's like, you switched up on teams, but you're also switching up
on me. That's not a diss.
That's he did
he switched up, but it's addressing why we're not friends. It's literally addressing. I shouldn't even be shocked that you've switched on me.
All right, so that's one.
Okay.
Right, LeBron. I'll give it to you, but let's look at a couple others real quick before we move on, because I think it's important to address this, to talk at least in the rap world right now. A$AP Rocky.
Oh,
all right. So this was on. I want to say this was on. It's either on Burning Bridges, on Firm Friends. He dissed A$AP Rocky.
It's Firm Friends.
Yeah, I think it's Firm Friends, right? So he said a couple lines we're gonna highlight. One is your baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn, where's she at? You saw my brother, you was trying to fix it. Now you drop your album and you back dissing. So obviously that's in reference to a couple. A$AP Rocky, when he dropped Don't Be Dumb, he had a couple of songs that were subliminally addressing that him and Drake were not good. One of them was Stole Your Flow. And Drake has had a ton of accusations over the years that he steals people's flow. Soulja Boy, infamously, I Love McKinnon, XXX Tentacion.
First of all, I Love McKinnon should be thanking Drake because
he put him on. No, I'll give you that.
He's not stealing nobody's flow.
XXX,
Drake is the blueprint.
That on More Life, that one song.
That I
think it's KMT, right? And it's a carbon copy
I'll give you.
of XXX.
Okay.
So
but one song, we're not going to do that. What we're not going to do is make it seem like he made a whole album stealing someone's flow. If he dipped his toe,
not a whole album.
If he dipped his toe for one song, if you can't give me 3 or 4 songs where he stole XX's flow or where he stole. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's
All right.
crazy.
Well, let's all right, here. We're gonna get to the harsher one. ASAP. This is another diss at ASAP Rocky. KYSASAP. That's some ish that you could do for me.
Now that's okay. I'm gonna give you that one. That's a diss because if you guys don't know KYS, he's basically saying kill yourself ASAP. That's some shit you could do for me. That one's woo.
That was spicy.
That was.
That's what I'm saying. When you say address, I hear what you're saying, but some of these
this one he's probably a little bit more spicier on.
Why do you think that is?
Because it's Rihanna related, and Rihanna hurt his feelings. Rihanna hurt his heart.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, ASAP got the female that he wanted, so it's a little extra, like ooh. And then ASAP has like actually come for him. Yeah, that's just got a little extra. But the kill yourself is that's a lot.
I thought
that's
there's
a lot.
We'll end with this one because I thought this was Drake. I'll tip my cap to you on this one. This one was pretty funny. He said about Jay-Z.
Ooh.
I'll take $500K, not the dinner. I could never learn ish from none of y'all. Obviously, the $500K or dinner with Jay-Z reference. That's obviously
that viral question.
Okay, that was pretty funny.
That was good.
Yes.
But you know what was the most chest move of it all for this whole Iceman, Maid of Honor, Habibti 3-album drop, surprise drop. The best thing comes from, I know you said one more, I'm going to quote a line. He said, I'm fighting the man and not suing a rapper. You boys are not listening. This was a line in the song about UMG. Everyone knows that Drake owed UMG 3 more albums before he could get out of this contract.
Right.
Everyone knows that Drake and UMG had beef. They did not like each other. Drake was, he was mad. Drake dropping all 3 albums at one night now gets him out of his contract and he can be totally done with UMG. Yes. That man was playing chess the whole time.
To me, I'll say one last thing on this. To me, if I'm gonna rate the album, I listened to I think I have a couple more songs to go, but I listened to most of them, especially the big ones that had all the disses in it. I'm gonna say this is a step up, but I don't know how much of a step up, but at least it's a step in the right direction, I would say, because rap fans, or at least me, rap being my favorite genre, we've been pleading for Drake. Drake, get back to your old flow. Get back to Nothing Was the Same. Get back to, if you're reading this now, you're too late. Get back to that stuff. And his albums over the past couple years have been just like, seems like they're doing waves. He's coasting, riding the wave. So this one, he brought a bunch of, when you consider disses, like there's a lot of them. So it seems like he might have a little bit spice back.
I did. That Ran to Atlanta, the link up with him and Future.
Yeah, him and that, they're boys.
Oh,
they're boys.
That took me back to like
the collab album. I know what you're talking about.
What's it called? Like
the
Diamonds on Me, Dancing, Scholarships.
What a Time to Be Alive.
What a time.
Yes.
What a time.
Yes.
To be alive.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to say Drake's back. I'm also clearly and obviously a big Drake fan. Aubrey Graham, I love you down. So
Give me a rating out of 10. We'll move on.
Rating out of 10 for Iceman, I'm going to go solid 7.5. And that's just on the first listen. I feel like it's going to grow on me.
I'll give him 6.8.
Okay, solid.
So pretty mid.
I'll take it. Okay.
All right. Moving on to some sad news, unfortunately. You want to go ahead and take this one?
Dun, dun, dun. There is a breakup in Hollywood. I wish I could say that I was surprised to see this coming, but I really wasn't surprised to see this coming. Pete Davidson and the mother of his child, Elsie Hewitt, have reportedly split. This is coming months after they welcomed their first child together. They're going to be co-parenting, but no longer in a romantic relationship. It's sad news.
Sad, yeah. People said people said from a source, one of their sources says they're still working on things. They want another to succeed and be happy, and there's issues, but they're trying to figure things out together. It's pretty sad news because it seemed like they were pretty happy, but I mean they just had a kid. They have a lot going on. You hate to see any time a couple.
This is honestly, but for them to have split so close to their child being born. They got pregnant really, really, really quickly after they started dating. They started dating in March of last year.
2020. It was 2025.
Yeah, and then they got pregnant in July of 2025. So 3 or 4 months in, and they were already pregnant. And I feel like that will definitely add a lot on any new relationships. Like
Oh,
you're still in your honeymoon phase. You're still trying to get to know them. And you're still trying to have fun with them. And then you add in a
kid.
pregnancy and a baby and a whole life-changing experience that could be and they're young. They're not like,
Yeah, how old are they? Drop them in the chat, guys, if you know they're relatively young.
They're young to be dealing with something like getting pregnant after 3 months and hopefully that it stays together.
So Pete Davidson's 32.
Okay, well, he's not that.
He's not that.
He's Well, let's see. How old is Elsie? Elsie is 30. So they're in their 30s, but still, I'm still saying 30 is the new 20. So yeah, it's gonna be.
Totally agree with
it's
you.
hard to try to make something work when you were really just seemingly like having fun,
Right.
and then it's like, oops, we're pregnant.
Yeah.
So I'm not really surprised.
Hopes up for the best of them. Hope they get through that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, we're gonna end with a little bit of a light note.
Okay.
Tyreek Withers and Chase Infinity. So you want to get into this one?
OMG. So there are reports that they were having fun together. They're dating. Nothing like serious or locked in yet, which is what you should do. You're getting to know.
Yeah.
Look how fire they look. They are just
we're showing a picture right
oh my
now,
gosh.
guys.
They look so good.
They do look good together. They do look good together.
So Tyreek, if you don't know, he was recently in Jordan Peele's new movie, Him. He
Which
was
is
the main
one of the
star.
weirdest movies I've ever seen in my life.
It was weird, but I actually enjoyed it.
When you say weird, like Jordan Peele's movies, you're expecting something shocking, thriller-esque, weird.
That's literally what it was.
But no, this one was something different. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, if you want to see him in something that's not so weird, he was also in the movie Reminders of Him, which is based on a book that I read by
So with the
Colleen
hint,
Hoover.
he likes a lot of movies.
Him.
I guess he is.
That one's like a love movie. It's like a love story. Okay. But he is reportedly dating Chase Infinity, who we all know was from One Battle After Another, and she's also in that new Handmaid's the spinoff. What is it called? The Testaments, the new. It's like
is it a show?
Yeah, it's the Handmaid's Tale. The show. It's a spinoff, and I've heard phenomenal things about that as well. So
I've been seeing billboards about it recently.
I heard it's really. I actually might when I go home today. I might start that. I've heard really good things. So I'm excited for this. I love them. I'm loving that the young Black Hollywood people. Most people don't know that Tariq is Black, but Tariq is a Black actor. So I'm loving this new generation of young Hollywood, young Black Hollywood coming together. She had an amazing award season. One Battle After Another did very, very well this year at the awards.
One of the Oscar. So yeah, definitely got a lot of going on, man. I hope the best for him.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for joining. We're gonna end by reading out a couple comments. We go live every single time for TMZ podcast, so make sure you guys tune in to the future episodes. So let's read some here. Zoo Tour says, no one should take Rick Ross seriously. I remember his 911 call when his homeboy said he boo-booed on himself. LOL, grown men don't boo-boo. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
But I'll comment on the taking him seriously part. Yeah, he's trolling. Obviously, from the Instagram video, he's definitely trolling a little bit. But I think it's half trolling. I think we might get some subliminal shots in his.
The album's already done, so I feel like him half trolling means that he's saving it up for the big kahuna in the album.
Yeah. Let's see what else here. LeBron Ford 1106 says he is dissing. He do steal people's flow.
Well, based off of that handle, of course he's going to say that. It seems like it's a LeBron fan and we know what side he's on. So, we can agree to disagree, LeBron and Tony, because you think he's dissing too.
Yes. Senor's Hangout says Drake had 2 years to put out these albums. Why at one time?
I really do think it has to do with that contract, because 2 years ago he wasn't beefing with UMG. He wasn't beefing with his record label. And then the Kendrick stuff happened. And then that's when he started beefing with them, basically saying UMG was basically pushing Kendrick's music and not doing anything for his. And once that happened, I think he said, you know what, forget it. I want out. Drake's probably got 50 more songs in the vault that he could have put on an album. and just said, you know what, let's pick some good songs, put out 3 albums, get out of this contract, and keep it moving.
One last thing I'll say about Rick Ross and Drake. Did you see the video of Rick Ross performing at that concert?
I was there.
You were? Oh,
I was there. It was verses. It was,
so
yeah.
Were you singing when they cut out Drake's vocals on Ashton Martin music?
Yes, I was singing the whole thing. He said, what did he say? He said, sing that little boy's part, and I sang my heart out. Sure did.
I mean, the song is iconic, and obviously, like you said, Rick Ross is drawing a line. Drake is drawing a line in the sand to Rick Ross.
Let me just also say this about that concert. It was a French Montana and Rick Ross verses, right?
Right.
They have a lot of features with Drake. French Montana had a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you, every song that they played that Drake was featured on the song, they would stop it before Drake. And Drake was the only part that I wanted to hear. I'm like, he's the best part of the song. Like, come on. So, yeah. Everyone, if you haven't listened to Iceman, Maid of Honor, or Habibti, go listen to it this weekend.
Yes.
And enjoy.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for Tawana for filling in today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. We will see you guys next week.